Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video for the channel, right? But I'll try to be more consistent now. I have tons of things to say. This is my random channel in English, so I just, whenever some people ask me, hey, do you actually speak the language? And well, I just give them a link to this channel, and that's it. Problem solved, right? But yeah, so I usually just talk about random stuff here. I think I've talked about my my trip to Korea. I talked about my happenings in Japan and all that stuff. But I think I want to update this channel a little more because I know some of you just want to hear me speak English, right? So I mean, might as well comply. So I'm gonna be doing like probably like a video every other week or something. That's the plan. That's on paper, right? Maybe even more often, to be honest with you. I mean, I have a tons of things to say. That, you know, the things I usually talk about in this channel, they don't actually fit with my main channel, Mr. Salas, where I talk about, you know, like learning a language and all that stuff. So this is more like my own private space for just yapping, pretty much, right? So anyway, with that out of the way, something I've been doing a lot recently is playing TCGs. If you don't know what that is, it's trading card games. I've always been a fan of board games and card games in general and all this stuff, but I've never been into TCGs, as in, like, you know, like, because usually when people play TCGs, it's to compete, right? They go all in. They don't play casually. And actually, that's funny because I tried to play casually at first, and it didn't work out because a lot of people just want to actually compete, right? Now, the game I started with was back in February, and the game was Lorcana. I'm sure you have heard about it. It's basically Disney, but I mean Yu-Gi-Oh, but with Disney characters, right? That's pretty much the idea. That's a very reductive way of explaining it, by the way, but that's pretty much it. Okay, now I know it sounds kind of lame, but it's actually pretty good. It's pretty fun. And I got really into it. You know, I bought like booster boxes, I bought like cards and sleeves for the cards and everything. I really got into the game. I got so much into the game that you probably saw 2 or 3 videos in this channel about me opening packs of cards, right? So I mean, obviously, whenever I was little, I couldn't afford buying cards like that. Like definitely not like a booster box, right? That was not something I could do when I was little, but it's so refreshing to, like, you know, be an adult and you know, having a job and being able to afford buying some of the stuff you couldn't as a kid. I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, I've been playing Lorcana a lot, and that got me into, like, you know, I met so many people. I have met so many people playing this game. I've made so many new friends, and I even discovered old friendships that I thought lost. Well, no, they're actually back, right? So it's been quite a ride, and I'm really happy. So, but anyway, so I wanted to play casually at first, but then I decided, you know what? Everyone is playing to compete, to win, and there are championships, you know, like actual competitions offered by the company that created the game. With amazing prizes, right? So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, let's try it. Because I don't know if you know, but I'm not a very competitive person in terms of gaming. I'm really competitive with my job, with my career, with my, like on YouTube, right? I like to compete. I like to be the best. But whenever we're talking about gaming, I'm so competitive in my daily life that whenever I go into like gaming, I like to chill, right? So I love board games, and my favorite kind of board game is the cooperative board games, not the like one-to-one or something. Sorry, one-on-one or something. No, that's not my thing, or I thought it wasn't, to be honest. But now, I mean, yeah, I think I've gotten a lot into TCGs, and you know what? I want to brag a little. I went to 3 different tournaments. I went to 4 different tournaments. I lost in the first 2. I couldn't win. I believe I got 7th or 8th place in the first one, and then I got 5th place in the second one. And the prizes they were given were only for the first 4 places, right? So anyway, so I tried a second time, and then I managed to hit. I believe this one was third place, and I got my Stitch. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty, right? I don't know if the camera can focus it, but you got this card for playing and being in the top 4. And then I went to another tournament and I won it all. I was first place in that tournament. So, I mean, I was so happy. I got 2 of them. I also got a mat that for the game, but that one is like locked away, so I cannot get it. But that felt amazing, and that I made so many new friends. I met so many new people. It was so good. It was so fun. So anyway, now after I started playing Lorcana and I went to all these events and stuff, I realized that I still wanted to learn languages, right? So I had to kind of cut off some stuff in my life. So I cut off video games completely. I thought, you know what? I cannot have like 2 gaming activities at the same time. So I'm either playing video games or I'm playing Lorcana at the time. So I thought, you know what? I'm having so much fun. I'm meeting so many awesome people. I'm just gonna drop video games, and I did. I don't play games anymore. So I'm not even for language learning. I just focus entirely on like learning vocabulary and watching content in the language, and that's it. Now, after Lorcana, I started getting into other types of games. I met some people that not only played Lorcana, but also played One Piece, the card game. So when I first, got approached with One Piece, I actually didn't like it very much. I thought it was kind of lame, and the rule set, it really reminded me of a game I played a lot when I was in Japan called Wii-Cross. No one plays Wii-Cross in Mexico, so there's no chance. There's only one store in Mexico City that plays the game, but I don't live in Mexico City, so that's it. I'm done. So I cannot play Wii-Cross. I do collect the card game, but I have some cards and stuff. I bought some booster boxes, but sorry, not booster boxes, booster packs. But I don't have anyone to play with. So yeah. But so One Piece is very similar to that game. So I thought, well, you know what? I cannot play Wii-Cross, but I could probably play One Piece, right? So I tried playing One Piece, and I didn't like it very much. Cards were so expensive, it's crazy. Like, and if you buy like a box of cards, sorry, if you buy a booster box which has like 24 packs inside, most of those cards are useless. So I think that's with every TCG. To be honest with you, it's not only One Piece, but you know that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, to be honest with you. So anyway, I tried playing it. I didn't like it at first, but recently I really liked it. I played with some people who go to like tournaments and stuff. This guy that I know who's really good at the game, and his girlfriend as well. So I played with them, and it was really fun. Yeah. So now I'm hooked. So I want to keep playing the game, and I probably will. I don't know if I'll buy more product. I think I'm set with what I have, and even if it's not like the best deck ever for the next couple of months, I think I'm set, because I don't want to really buy more cards. I just want to play with what I have and probably buy 1 or 2 single cards to kind of adapt my deck to be a little better, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I loved One Piece, but I'm playing it very casually, you know. I have no interest in competing in One Piece. I have no interest in going to tournaments and stuff, especially because most of the tournaments are outside my city. So I would have to travel to Mexico City. I don't like going to Mexico City, so that's probably out of the question. But another game that I got into after One Piece was one that I have been loving a lot, and I thought it was really weird that I like it so much, which is Star Wars Unlimited. So all of these games came out like pretty like close to each other, and that game is really cool. I mean, it has this weird mechanic where you do something and then the other person does something. Like it's like action based, which is like really cool, because usually in these games you have a turn, you do whatever you have to do in your turn, like you summon a creature or you empower them, you get a resource, you attack, you gain a resource or something, I don't know. So you do all the stuff, and when you cannot do anymore, or like you're done, you're like, okay, back to you, right? So it's the other person's turn. But in Star Wars Unlimited, you do something, just one little action. Like for instance, let's say you put up a ship into play. That's your action. now the other person gets to respond and they get to do something. So they can either attack the unit you just played, maybe they play a unit of their own, and this whole dynamic is so fun. I had never played a TCG or a game, to be honest with you, with this kind of mechanic, like one action, one action, one action, one action. Never played that before. I thought that was really cool, and I loved it. I recently went to a tournament. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at the game yet. I've played like, I don't know, like 6 times, 5 times before the tournament. Whenever I could go to like where these people play. There's like 2 days where they play, and those days are not very convenient for me, especially now that I'm trying to grow my main channel and some other projects that I have in mind. So, obviously, gaming has to take a backseat. Even Lorcana. At this point, I had won 2 tournaments. I was really pumped. The new expansion was going to come out. Yeah. I was really excited, but even then, I had to like put my priorities into perspective, and you have to prioritize. You cannot just go like do something immediately and drop everything like for a game, right? That's not how it works, or that's not how it shouldn't work that way, right? So anyway, but I managed to go into a tournament, and I actually got sixth place, and I got this card here. They give them to the top 8 players. So I was really happy because I didn't think I would win anything. Can the camera focus it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you see it says top 8 right there. So yeah, I was so happy that I got one of those because I thought I was gonna get nothing, 6 days of playing mostly against the same person, which is my roommate. I'm just against one deck with no experience. So that was like that was really I enjoyed the tournament so much. I learned so much. That was so awesome. Actually, there's a guy in the tournament who won the first place. He went I think undefeated. Amazing. He has a YouTube channel about the game. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave in the description. Go sub to him. Tell him Mr. Salas is sending you, and watch his content. If you like the game or you like to get into the game, watch it. His content is completely in Spanish. So if you're watching this and you're not a native Spanish speaker, well, sorry. Well, unless you're learning Spanish, right? Then it's going to be really good for you. But anyway, so that's what I've been up to. I've been learning card games and winning tournaments for those card games, which feels so good. I think it's really cool, like, to translate my competitiveness of in life to the to a card game, which I thought I couldn't do because I don't like to compete whenever I'm gaming, right? But so this is just, I guess this is kind of competing in real life because you actually have the cards and you have your adversary and you have to defeat them in order to get the prize. So it's really basically like life, kind of. So that I think that's pretty good, and I love just the whole how the whole community comes together to help each other but compete with each other. I don't know, it's so cool. I think that's the right word. That's the right word for it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to, and well, I have to say that 3 games at the same time playing TCGs, has proven to be a little bit expensive, yeah. But I've enjoyed it so much. You have no idea. I've met so many new people. I'm having a blast playing these games, and to be honest, I wouldn't have it otherwise. I'm so happy with this, and this new. Also, I have to say, all of this happened because now I have a lot of more free time that I thought I didn't have. But I was just focusing my energy in like the wrong place with the wrong people. So now that I have rediscovered this amount of time and energy and put it into the right place with the right people, and I just set my heart on something that I like, not only languages but now card games. Can you recommend any other game that I could get into, maybe? To get to get to meet more people. I love to read that in the comments. Let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.